Yes, we are good to go live.
So we are going live.
Yes.
Okay. So can we start on count of 3 or like the streaming is on already?
Yeah, streaming has started. We can go now.
Okay.
Good morning. Myself Riddhi Talekar from TY BAF. Welcome you all for this amazing event. I am honored of women who have made a mark in the world of men. This celebration is a part of Women Week, which continues for the entire month to demonstrate that life is possible in spite of challenges, that life is who have achieved the glory and success in various fields. I am sure that listening to the stories will inspire you to take the first step in the world of entrepreneurship and you will be successful. Now, I request all of you to stand at your place for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite our respected Principal Dr. Sangeeta Kohli ma'am to give a welcome address.
Good morning to all. It's such a moment of delight for me to welcome 5 young, highly enterprising women to Vedanta College, Mumbai, and to the Vedanta Foundation fraternity beyond Mumbai. They have proved their mettle withstanding all social, emotional, and competitive pressures. Women entrepreneurs like Dr. Aparna, Miss Millie, Miss Ankita, Miss Rasika, and Miss Divya are a great inspiration not only for all the young girl students in the audience today, but also to all our youngsters. It is our firm belief at Vedanta Foundation that equality of all kinds, be it gender, social, or economic, can be enabled through an education system aimed at making our students employable and financially independent. Hence, apart from higher education, extensive efforts are being made to exposing these students to skilling and effective communication, since most of our students belong to the underserved section, so that they can gain in confidence, become rounded personalities ready for employment and self-employment by the time they graduate. Further, emotional and professional guidance is also provided to them through regular counseling and mentorship. We run a college exclusively for women in Ringas near Jaipur, and in our Mumbai and Kolkata colleges also, many of our students are girls. Our fees are nominal, and over and above this, we are providing a further 50% concession on fees to them. Training in self-defense and other skills for personality safety are offered. I'm sure today's panel discussion and an interaction with these enterprising women will act as a catalyst for the aspiring entrepreneurs attending the event. A warm welcome again to all the panelists and all of you in the audience today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Roshni Shah from FY BCom to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Aparna Salvi Nagda, ma'am.
Dr. Aparna Salvi Nagde. Pill or pen, prescription or description. Dr. Aparna Salvi Nagde is a consulting homeopath by profession and a writer by passion. She runs a multidisciplinary health clinic along with her husband, Dr. Ritesh Nagda, in Mumbai. She is one of the authors of the book Lajava Pizza and has also published a novel called Not So Pro on Kindle. Her second book, written on the trauma of child sexual abuse, is currently being pursued by Vishwakarma Publication and is slated to be released this year. Along with her medical and the literacy pursuit, she believes her family is her biggest support and critic. She strongly believes in giving back to the society and hence is a proud volunteer of the Kunj Foundation. All in all, she is the people person and a student of life. Now I request to Aparna ma'am to share her review with our student.
I hope I'm audible enough. Yes, yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Roshni, for that wonderful introduction. I'll first of all begin by extending my thanks to Vedanta College, Dr. Sangeeta Kohli ma'am, Dr. Vishwanathan Iyer for having me here for the second time. I already feel that we have a bond because of which I have always been attracted towards your activities, your curriculum. And as ma'am rightly said right now about the kind of work they are doing to uplift the society, and not only the society, but all the sectors, the underprivileged sectors, especially women. I think they deserve, a round of applause. I think from our seats there itself, we would, give a round of applause to this college before I begin with, my own journey. I have been called here to talk about women entrepreneurship. So before that, how I landed in this sector, because medicine is not to be considered as a commercial sector in India. It's when I began, there were people who thought that medicine is to be practiced, as a service or as a charity, more over a commercial activity. But with the bloom of chains of clinics and hospitals in India, now you have Apollo coming up, and you have AIMS coming up, and you have a lot of hospitals coming up. Medicine itself is has become a commercial sector now. But those were the days when I began. It was considered to be more of an charity practice. If the patient does not pay you, you are supposed to be kind enough to say that okay, the patient is poor, so you are God to them, and like God, you are not supposed to charge if one person is not able to afford your services. So that was a time when it was very difficult to set yourself as an entrepreneur. So I began my practice, and I also started teaching. So teaching has something that is very close to my heart, and that is when I found my mentor, Dr. Manju Pasad. I would especially like to thank her on this forum, who herself is a woman entrepreneur, and she asked me to join her in her endeavor of education and entrepreneurship. And so here I am talking to you as an entrepreneur because of this one woman who had faith in me and strong belief in me that though I am a woman, though I have a family, though I have a child to look after, I can still stand in the society strong. So here is my first message to you all, that as women, start supporting each other. Don't pull each other down. There will be many reasons for you to say, no, today I am not going. But that one reason, you might have done 80-90% of your work, but that 10% when you feel you're not able to give your best, that is the moment, that is the challenging moment. And in that 10%, the world is going to judge you. So come what may, you have to be strong. I know that you will be having your families, you will be having social life, you will be having friends to support, but supporting yourself comes first and foremost. And I feel entrepreneurship is a way where you can be your own boss. I repeat myself that entrepreneurship can be a place where you can be your own boss, but without being a boss actually. Because the moment I enter my institute, I can't start throwing off egos or luggages of my my emotional luggages. I have to be very cautious of this fact that I am the boss, but I'm not going to show that I am a boss. So your first lesson of entrepreneurship comes is humility. Humility is very important when we stand as an entrepreneur and as a social being in the society. Second, I feel, is your education. Please invest your time, your energy in your education, because that is something, the degrees that you have attached to your names are going to speak for you. They are going to stand for you when nobody else stands for you. Okay, so having an education that is going to support you for your life. So please invest in your education and your energies towards upgrading yourself. You just can't say that I have done my graduation, I've done my post graduation, and now I'll just sit back and relax. Try to look out in the market every 2 to 3 years. What is new? What is that one course that you can do to upgrade yourself? There are a lot of online forums now that offer you education, even from the comforts of your home and your office. So keep looking out for those courses. Don't relax, because the moment you relax, there is somebody who's waiting for this opportunity that you have taken a sabbatical. So don't relax. There is an opportunity waiting for you. Try to grab it, do some courses, and make yourself available for your institution. So the first lesson that I shared with you was of humility. The second is that you need to always keep upgrading, come what may. Do not be afraid to share, or to seek advice from your juniors. This I have learned the very hard way, that, the young crowd has always something new to offer. And today here at Vedanta, I'm also here to learn from you all that what ideas you can bring to the table. So mentors like me can polish those ideas, but the spurting of those ideas have to come from you. So looking for advice and suggestions from your youngsters, from your team, is very important. So as an entrepreneur, try to build a team. It could be men, women, irrespective, whoever you want. So we are not into a gender biased enterprising. We look at equality at all places. But remember, as a society, as your consumer, as your customer, the society is going to see you as a woman entrepreneur. So you have to be very sure of your choices that you make. There are going to be remarks. So I feel you somewhere you should be like that horse in the crowd, just be blindfolded, look at your aim, your destination. There are many to pull you down, but you have to be very, very focused. So humility, second was your education, and third is team building, and the fourth, I would say, is investing in your relationships, having strong relationships with your family, your friends, your employees, your team, because you are at the top of the ladder. The rungs of the ladder are your relationship. You are stepping carefully on them, and you're climbing a step higher. So even if one rung of that ladder breaks, you are in a soup. So try to honor, respect every individual who walks in your life, and give utmost importance to your relationships, because these are the ones who are going to support you in the long run. So it could be your husband, your mother, your father, it could be your siblings, your friends, your children, anybody, but investing in relationship is foremost. And I think I have spoken a lot, and these are the foremost important lessons that I have learned through my journey. um, the first, again, I will repeat, is humility. Second is your education. Third is team building. And fourth is investing in your relationship. So I think there are many more beautiful women sitting out here, eager to share their experiences. And with that, I think I will end my short and sweet speech. Thank you once again, Vedanta College, Dr. Sangeeta Kohli ma'am, Dr. Vishwanathan Iyer, for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Now, moving further, I would like to call Deepa from TY BAP to introduce our next speaker, Miss Millie Rathod, ma'am.
Thank you, Riddhi. Our speaker believes that the journey towards skincare is challenging as much as fun. She is the founder of Misara, a brand which talks about beauty and skincare essentials in a raw, unapologetic approach. She started her journey with a certified course on aromatherapy and had acquired proper knowledge of device skincare. Misara is a skincare brand which deals with the use of household and pure products. It generally promotes the use of aromatherapy and use of organic formulation. To transform her interests into business idea, she utilized her bachelor's degree in management studies and master's degree in strategic marketing. I would like to request Ms. Millie Rathod to share her journey with us. Over to you, ma'am.
Hi, thank you for such a lovely introduction. My name is Millie. I'm the founder of Misara. It's an organic skincare brand. My educational qualifications basically were that I did start with a certified aromatherapy course, but I moved forward to do my diploma in organic skincare formulation via Formula Botanica from the universities in UK. Using that, like all of these my educational qualities, I tried and pursued during COVID, and I call Misara my COVID baby because the entire conception of the idea and the execution happened during the COVID times. So whereas where COVID was a downfall for people, it worked really in a extremely amazing way for me because I could work onto my own startup for which I did not get the time during the normal days. I used to work with my father in his own business. Due to certain restrictions, I was moving forward with him into his line because of he's into men's garments. So I was moving into his line, but I never felt a connect with his business. I never felt a passion towards his business. I kept moving. I kept saying that, this is not something that connects with me. This is not my passion. This is not something that I want to do. So when COVID hit, I really got ample of time to work onto my priorities. And that is when I decided that I want to move forward with Misara. I want to move forward with organic skincare. Why specifically skincare was because I have a very sensitive skin personally. So whenever I used to go out to try any products or any new things that are available in the market and the things that they claim, I used to fall for their marketing gimmicks. I used to come back and I used to be like, okay, I'll use this product and I'll cure my skincare problem. But somehow it did not work out for me. Every product that I bought home was a money waste, was money down the drain. So then I started exploring this DIY skincare and I started bringing in these products of different ingredients. I used to call them online on Amazon and I used to mix them together and then, try and create my formulations myself. And that is how I learned that, this is something that I have a knack in. It might be as simple as using grandmama's recipes of, mixing besan with dahi or mixing besan with milk and then, applying it all over my body to remove the tan. So that is how my skincare journey started. What inspired me to move forward, break through business and move forward was when I spoke to my father during this COVID times. I was like, Dad, I do not want to do this. I want to explore into skincare. He sat me down. He told me, Beta, this is a very, very difficult journey. You'll have a lot of challenges because it's a highly competitive world. But if you want to go for it, then I'm all in for it. I'll give you all the help that you need. So the biggest mentor, the biggest supporter that I had during this journey of mine was my father. He's a successful businessman himself, but his insights with skincare, his insights of running a company was very valuable towards me. He's the person who taught me the importance, as Dr. Aparna said, the importance of team building when it comes to entrepreneurship. How important it is for you to get your people on board and build it together, especially for a startup. Because if you go with the notion that you want to do everything by yourself, it is not possible. It is not possible for a single person to get in and start working and building everything by themselves. You need people around you whom you can trust, whom you can believe in, whose ideas match with your ideas, whose concepts, whose opinions match with yours. And, with them, you can together build a company. That is one thing that inspired, that is one thing that, drove my entrepreneurship journey towards success. Today, I'm at a space where because of these people, because of the support of these people, I have built Misara onto what place it is now. Initially, when I started my startup journey, it was very difficult for me to introduce my products to the people and to at least make them believe that, something like us exists, because skincare being highly regulated, people require a lot of trust for you to trust or to buy your product. This entire purchase decision involves the consumer to highly believe in you. To build that trust, it took me a lot of time. But with the support of right people and right members, today we are a family of more than 9,000, 10,000 followers onto Instagram. We're present in retail chains, we're present online, we're present on Amazon, we're present on Flipkart. So right from building from in 2021, where we were at scratch, to 2023, today we've boosted Misara. Number one also is through skincare. Basically, what I wanted to promote as a notion was women today use skincare because they want to hide in their insecurities, they want to hide in their flaws. That was the number one trigger point for me to build a skincare through which I change this notion, I break these stereotypes. Everywhere, if you fall and see that people are using makeup or color cosmetics, or they're using skincare with the fear that, they are looking ugly or they're not looking pretty. My approach towards skincare, and when I talk to people, is basically, you do not use these products because you want to hide your flaws, but you use these products because you want to bring out your inner confidence. Me personally, if I step out, even if it's an examination that I used to go for during my college times, I used to get completely decked up. Like I used to apply eyeliner, I used to apply lipsticks, I used to apply a little foundation, and then I used to step out, because for me, it used to be that extra boost of confidence. I used to spend nice 15-20 minutes before an examination doing this entire routine, because it helped me be more confident when I'm writing the paper somehow. So to others also, I want to explain the same thing, that, when you're using a particular moisturizer, you apply it because you want to take it part into your skincare routine. You want to make sure that, you stay healthy, your skin stays healthy. Your skin health is more important rather than what people think about you when they look at you. Also, a lot of people believe that, using these products are something that, these companies are making you use. You do not require these products. This is all false. You do need these products, because with today's changing environmental factors, the air quality, the toxins, the radiation that you live in 24/7, deteriorates your skin health. So for that reason, today there are a lot of other products available in the market for you to keep using so that your skin stays healthy. That is why we have certain that kind of a disconnect with products. Like if I would suggest my mother that you should use these moisturizers, you should use toners, you should use sunscreens as simple as an SPF, she'll be like, why do you need all of this? It's not required. But I believe that you should really get into all of the skincare routine, because the changing environmental factors will help you keep your skin healthy. As an entrepreneur, to my fellow students, I would really say that if you believe in a certain idea, if you believe in something that you really wish to go for, do without hesitation. Do not tag yourself as somebody, even though it's difficult for a woman to come out, but please do not enter into the notion that you are a girl and that is why you would not be able to succeed faster as compared to others. I would really advise you that it would be difficult for you than the rest of the crowd, but you can still make it no matter how hard you try. Keep trying, keep moving forward. Do not get into the fear that it is going to, even if you fail, it's okay, right? Because even if you fail, you would be learning something out of it. And you would be not losing the journey, you would be winning by actually learning from your mistakes, moving forward and trying out something new if the first thing doesn't work out. The key is do not stop, keep moving, keep moving. The day you stop is the day you would give up on all the things that you've learned for. And that is that I would like to say. And I think I've taken too much of the time already. My advice would be to all of you, just follow your passion, follow your guts. If I can if I can make something in COVID when the entire world was shut, I think the resources right now are pretty ample around you. So it should be a cakewalk for the people who are out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your wonderful journey. It's really inspiring. Now, moving further, I would like to call Shravani Manchekar from FYBMS to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Ankita Desai, ma'am.
Thank you, Riti. Good morning, everyone. Mrs. Ankita Desai is the founder of Plus Branding and Advertising Solution, Race and FinTech Private Limited, and Brand Connect. In 2009, freshly graduated, she looked a hip into the brand sector of advertising industry. Eventually, having expanded into the male-dominated printing industry after an acclaimed entrepreneurial career over a decade in the offset industry and digital printing industry. She wished to explore the upcoming digitalized branding sector to provide exceptional service and employment. Please, ma'am, give us some inspirational journey of yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, good morning. And first, I would like to thank Vedanta College, Dr. Sangeeta Kohli, and Dr. Vishwanathan Iyer for giving me this opportunity to voice out my journey to the fellow students. Well, I would also like to thank Dr. Aparna, as she rightly said, she has already pointed out how important it is to have good relationships, team building in this journey. Well, right now I know we are on a clock, so I'll shorten my journey in like 7-8 minutes and let you know. Well, I was studying BMM in SK Somaya College. When I was freshly graduated in 2007, I tried a lot of odd jobs. Like I had worked with a PR company, I worked with a newspaper agency, I worked with a wedding planner agency. I tried everything, but nothing worked out in my favor. I was not comfortable doing what they did. So in 2008, I joined an advertising agency where I was working as a client servicing executive. And one of my best friends, who is a co-founder of this company called Plus Branding and Advertising Solutions, Mr. Rakesh, he was working next door in a branding agency. So we used to regularly meet at lunch and discuss these jobs. So while he was discussing about the branding sector, I was discussing about the advertising sector and his journey, where I was more inclined towards his journey and what he was doing. So that is when I got the calling, yes, this is something we need to do in branding. So in 2009, early 2009, the job got very monotonous and I was like, this is not happening. Either I have to quit or I have to take up my further studies. I have to do something. me being the rebel. So my co-founder pitched an idea. Key, let's start a company wherein we pitch to our existing clients about the different options available for branding. But we were very not sure because we were new, and we knew that corporate companies need a registered vendor or a registered company and a old company to get into that. Nobody is gonna give us job. So nevertheless, we said, let's try. There is no harm in trying because we were not bringing food to the table. We were just young. We can explore. We had that whole option of trial and error. So I still remember 1st April 2009, we started the company. My co-founder's father gave us a space in his office in Kalba Devi, which was a 10 feet by 10 feet space. And I got my laptop and we started our work. I used to do all the cold calling. He used to also do the cold calling. And we don't know. We were just there. We were young. We don't know where to go. So after 3 months, nothing was working out. So we decided now. He was very keen on shutting it down. I said, no, we have to keep patience. Let's see, let's try. We did our best, and then we landed our first job with HDFC Bank. And it was a huge job. Back then, having a job of 40 grand was huge for us. We did everything we could. We pitched in money, whatever we have saved. So the basic rule of economics we followed was we used to purchase from A, we used to sell to C, and that's how we started. And then it kept on going. We got a lot of support from fellow printers for our branding work, and they supported us a lot by giving us credit because we had no credibility in the market. We were just young people who were out there trying to make a mark. So 1 year had passed. Then we decided to have a bigger space because the work was increasing. So we shifted to Masjid Bandar. We were there for 6 months. Again, the work increased. Then we decided, no, it's time we should shift to a bigger space. So we came to Dadar. And then we realized, then again, he pitched an idea. He said, okay, now it's done. Enough of buying and selling. Why not we do the production so that we save on the money? So I said, okay, it's a good idea, but we don't have that credibility in the market. So he said, yes, we'll save, we'll take loan, we'll pitch in money. So I still remember we bought our first machinery of digital printing, which costed lakhs rupees, but we went for a demo machine because of course we couldn't afford it. So we took a personal loan, we introduced our first machinery, we started printing. Back then we were everything. We were the housekeeping, we were the delivery person, we were the accounting, we did everything on our own. So slowly and steadily from one machine, we landed up to 3 machines. Then again, the Dadar space was very small for us. So we shifted to Mulund, where we needed a bigger space. So this is back in 2014 where the work started flowing. We started getting machineries. We started hiring people. That's how we started growing our family. We started introducing a lot of work. We started getting clients. And the whole idea in this journey was we were consistent. We were very true to ourselves. We worked on integrity, we looked at the long term. So when we continued our work in 2016, again, we decided we need a bigger space now. Okay, now this is growing. We need to invest in a lot of space. So finally, where we are currently in Mulund, we had a huge factory wherein we have around 5-6 machineries. We have a staff of around 20 people who works for us. We have landed clients who have been working with us from past 12 years. And those are the fixed clients who are with us till date today because, of course, it was a give and take. They trusted us, we trusted them, and we worked with thorough integrity. And then before COVID, again, we decided you always need to have a backup plan. As Dr. Aparna rightly said back then, you have to invest in education. Just because something is working, you can't be lethargic. Acha, chal raha hai na, so we can't be. It's okay if you don't study. No, education is still very important. While this was going on, I made sure I complete my post graduation in retail management. While working, while delivering, while working 14-16 hours, I made sure I complete my education from MICA in data analysis and market research. I did everything because that is something is gonna be with your name for your life, and that is true. So before COVID, we invested in the offset section of the branding industry, wherein we invested heavily, like in billions, on a factory. And then COVID happened and everything was shut. And it was the biggest shock for us because we had just invested, the money was stuck, we had employees, we need to
we need to feed them, because they were dependent on us. We can run our family, it's okay, we can manage ourselves, but the staff couldn't manage themselves. So we made sure we paid them, because your employees are your family. You have to take care of them no matter what, no matter what. So then post COVID again, we shifted our offset base to Vasai. Even today we are trying to break even the investment which we have done. But today, if you ask me about after 14 years, yes, it was a long journey. With sheer determination, we could do it. Trust me when I say this to all the girls, we really need to try to uplift each other. I had a lot of support. I had support from my family. I had support from my husband. I have support from my partner. I was lucky enough to have that. But one thing I would like to tell everyone out there is a lot of work in the market. Trust me when I say this, the key to achieve this is sheer determination, self-confidence, and discipline. It is very important. You have to look at the long-term picture. You can't look at the short-term picture when ha baba abhi chal raha na chala lenge. No, it doesn't work that way. So yes, I would like to wind up over here, and I would like to know and let know the fellow girls that all the best for your future. Please have the self-confidence in you. One simple thing I would like to tell you, you're young, you're at this age, there are two routes for you right now. Either put on the blinders like a horse, go in a straight way with sheer determination, or and live a beautiful life. Things will fall in place. Your family, relations, marriage, everything will fall in place. If you're happy here, your life will be successful. Or else take another route where you can enjoy, be lethargic writer, and then just live a mediocre life. It's up to you. It's you have to decide what you want to do. You have your own mentor. You have to have that confidence in yourself. Yes, this is what I want to do. Do it with planning. Yes, this is what I want to achieve in future, and you will be there. Just be patient. Don't lose yourself, and just be true to yourself. That's all I would like to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for motivating us and sharing your experience.
Thank you.
Now I request Pratiksha Jain from FYBMS to introduce our next speaker, Mrs. Rasika Panicker, ma'am.
Thank you, Riddhi. Our next speaker is Rasika Panicker. Is a founder of Rosary High School, CBSE Badlapur. Currently, she is principal and has been into the teaching field for past 8 years. She is the youngest entrepreneur to start up a school. Her expertise lies in providing quality education, for which she bagged the Woman Entrepreneur Award in the state of Maharashtra for providing quality school education in the third TRIZ zone and for the lower to moderate income group. Last year, she also received the Shiksha Gaurav Puraskar for her exemplary contribution in the education sector. Now I request Rasika ma'am to share her experience with us.
Thank you so much. I am so glad to address the girls out there who want to know what they're supposed to do. And it's a moment of pride for me because even I started my journey as a student when I even didn't know what I'm supposed to do and what would I be doing. Sorry for that. Okay, so I didn't know what I'm supposed to do, and I just began my journey as a reporter. So I have done my bachelor's of mass media from Somaya College, and thereafter I started my journey as a reporter, and I started working. Then I enjoyed that time. Later, which I felt that commitment towards family, staying with your family, getting married and giving that time to the family, all that I felt is very difficult, and so I just thought of taking a break. I took a break, and thereafter I just felt what I need to do. The answer to this was I wanted to do something noble, and I wanted to always teach because my mother is a teacher. So I just thought, let's start teaching and be a teacher. I started teaching. I started enjoying that time with the students. I liked the confidence, that students showed, that, ma'am, we are learning with you and we are feeling so confident. I felt that I need to give a thought now, because, teaching again is a job and I wanted to take up some responsibility. And I just decided that let's start a school. And with the support of my mother, I started a school in 2017 with just 60 students and 4 teachers. The classes were only from class 1 to 3 I started with, and I didn't know how it is going to go ahead. How am I going to go ahead? And it was a beautiful journey. Teaching the students, it was a happy moment with them. Later, which I understood that no, now I need to get I need to grow the school, and this is how I went for taking permissions. When I went for this stage, I realized that there is a lot of challenges when you have to start up a school. There are a lot of legal work legal work involved in the process of starting the school. I started doing this all by myself. So you have to approach to, you need to go to Mantralaya, take permission from the state, also get your school affiliated to the board. You need to give resources. You need to have qualified teachers in school. You need to advertise, you need to fulfill the parents' expectations. You need to fulfill your trust expectations, and the journey began. And today, my school has 500 plus students currently studying in Rosary High School. So I feel that, doing a noble, this noble job has given me satisfaction. And also I want to tell the students that there is nothing that you can't do. It's not that how young you are, whether you will be able to do that or you wouldn't be able to do that. You just need to believe in yourself. You just need to be very confident about what you are doing. And if you are confident enough, I'm sure you can go places, okay? Upskilling yourself is also very important. You just can't stop learning, learning is at every stage. So after doing my bachelor's in mass media, I also did my master's in communication and journalism. I also did my bachelor's in education. Currently, I'm going to pursue my PhD. So you have to keep upskilling yourselves. That's how you get educated. And, that helps you in growing your business. Okay. So I like this journey, and I want to tell all the students out there that believing in yourself is important. And when you do this, you are going to be burdened with responsibility. Okay. You are going to find roadblocks. But I would say that don't be overwhelmed. Just be confident. Be patient enough and take all the work with zeal. Challenges are what you need to take while you're doing business. So you can't just say it is going to be a easy work for you while you are establishing something. It's not that easy. But if you are confident enough, you are going to love that journey. And it is going to give you satisfaction at every level. As my school started in 2017, I didn't know from 60 how am I going to reach till 500. I never thought of it. I never ever thought of it. It just kept growing because of the trust. And see, when you do your work with compassion and zeal, okay, people trust in you. People trust in you, and they understand what you're doing, your hard work, the efforts that you put, the way you educate the child. Parents feel highly satisfied. Parents have a lot of aspirations for their children. They feel that my child should, study in a good school. So when I started the school in Badlapur, it belongs to it's a third tier zone in which I started the school, and it caters to the lower income groups where parents are not very educated, or lower to moderate income group people stay in Badlapur, where I started the school. And keeping things quite economical for them is important. So it has been a beautiful journey, my dear students, and that satisfaction is very high. And I feel that uh, if there is a purpose in life, you can do a lot of things, but you need to understand your purpose. You need to understand what gives you satisfaction. Selecting the right job and doing the right thing, is very important. So That's all from me. Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta Kohli. This is a wonderful moment where I'm able to share what all I did. So, success comes to everyone, but you have to go a long way, and you need to plan it well, and you need to execute it well. That is what I would like to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful thoughts and experience. Now I would like to call Sindhuja Ilaikumar from TY BAF to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Divya Lohana. Ma'am.
Thank you, Riddhi. Our next speaker, Ms. Divya Lohana. She is the owner of the joint venture named Momma's Mix. They are the mother-daughter's duo, manufacturing authentic traditional Sindhis delicates. She started this business from home during pandemic 2020, and now she is building a brand of them. Her brand is the tribute to the culture and histories of the Sindhis community. They offer a lost recipe from the Sindhis. They are running fully women-driven business, and their goal is to reach not just Sindhis but every household. I request Divya ma'am to share her view. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for a wonderful introduction. Firstly, good morning to all, and I feel very honored. I feel very obliged today to be a part of this and be in front of you today, because all of you women entrepreneurs are definitely successful, but also so qualified and educated. We just heard Rasika ma'am running this school, and I really don't know. I had no focus, or I was never definite about what I have to do. I was this one naughty kid who has no, I was never career oriented, and I just did a simple BCom graduation, and started switching jobs, thinking just to find my calling, that on in different fields what I thought I am maybe good at, communication or customer relationship and things like that, and I started switching jobs. But I have grown up seeing my mother being super passionate about cooking. Whatever, she has some magic in her hands and she just cooks extremely well, be it culinary or baking, or just every cuisine, not just Sindhi cuisine, but Sindhi cuisine was something that needs to be introduced and needs to reach people more. So this idea of starting this business and building a brand was not really a lockdown idea. I always thought that I'll switch jobs and get some experience and then start something of my own. And I always had this thought that something of my own, meaning I will uplift my mother's talent, because at that time it was not people were not so aware. Women didn't have an ambition. My mom thought that I have this talent, but I just have to feed my family, my in-laws, my kids, my husband, my relatives, and I thought, why not make a business out of it? And everything is digital now. We can have a cloud kitchen, or everything can be online. So this thought was always running on my mind. But then the lockdown came, and I was not really quitting any job and actually having the confidence to start, because I always thought that I'm not super qualified, so at least by practical knowledge of going and seeing how companies work, I switched jobs. I was into real estate, I was into hospitality, I was into telecalling for a bit. But then finally the pandemic came, which for which I had to quit my job. And then I thought of starting off with pickles, because pickles is something that my mom does every season. Like right now in the mango season, we do variety of mango pickles. And then there is a monsoon, so we do lemon pickles. Then there's winter, so we do carrot pickles. So according to the season, my mom used to make along with her food. She used to make these pickles and send it to our family, friends, relatives. And even they used to not make any pickles at home because they used to just rely on us कि, Divya ki ghar se pickles aa jayenge. So and then after we used to send it to them, they used to call and compliment her. So I thought, why not, since she's 50 plus and cooking every day is going to be a task for her, she's done all this all her life. So I thought, why not make pickles as a product, since it has a good shelf life. In fact, pickles is something that is made and kept, it's like pickles and wine, the older the better, right? So I thought we will have a woman to work for us, which will help women employment, and we can do these pickles and make it as a product, not just a product, a brand, because all the pickle brands in the market are those super oily, super salty, those kind of pickles, and these are very, very new and lost recipes. In fact, the Sindhi cuisine is so vast, people only know about it as limited to, let's say, Sindhi kadhi chawal or dal pakwan, and that's it, these 2-3 things. But the Sindhi cuisine is so vast, there are so many pickles and so many other products that can be introduced and reach to every household. And I wanted the packaging to be extremely niche, because I've always seen people getting attracted to packaging with all the Western products like chocolates. And when you see a pack of chocolates, or let's say a Nutella jar, you don't think why it is so expensive, just because it's westernized, or it is not maybe made in India or things like that. People just purchase it. So I wanted the packaging to look super aesthetic. And of course, packaging se kuch nahi hota hai agar aapka taste acha nahi hai. So that taste I was confident about, and then I spent on the packaging, on the food license, and starting a food brand during COVID. Obviously, there were a lot of trial and errors. There were a lot of challenges that came my way, but that's how you learn. I had no background, no family or any support or any guidance jinse I can talk and understand how this business works. So while during the lockdown, when everyone was doing other things, or let's say watching Netflix or things like that, I was only studying about how to start your own business, how to be an entrepreneur. So that's how we started in 2020. Now we have like a range of 6 pickles. We have some made to order products. Then there are some particular sweets that only Sindhi households do, like majun, if you know, which you don't get at other mithai shops. And then right now we launched a thandai premix, since it's summer season and it's Holi and things like that. So my goal is only to take this brand to another level, maybe globally also, slowly and gradually. Add more products. Now we are just pickles. We can add pickles, sweets, spices, and I want to limit this to only Sindhi cuisine and Sindhi things, because there are so many products in the market. The Chinese have come all the way, and they have Chinese restaurants now. There are Asian restaurants. There are dishes like sushi and all being so popular. So my only goal here is to take this brand globally also, or maybe have a chain of restaurants. And it feels very nice and proud that we are a woman run business. I have about 12 women. This happens season to season, but now we've hired like 12 women. Even during the lockdown, when everyone lost their jobs, I took care of the hygiene and all the protocols. I saw that all the women that are working in the pickle factory, made sure that they are wearing a PP kit and a mask and gloves, and per day hiring pay, we employed them. So it felt really nice and proud that I'm helping someone. So that's about it, I guess. But I feel really nice that I'm a part of this today, and I hope and I'm very thankful to everyone, all of you, to support and call me here. So thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your encouraging words of wisdom. Now let us take a few questions from the audience. Yes, Anjali, please ask. Yes, Anjali. Anjali, please unmute.
Hello. Good morning to everyone. My name is Anjali Dhuria, and my question goes to Aparna ma'am. To be successful, one of the critical aspects is to speak out our views, express effectively. So, what is a mantra for a youngster?
Thank you for asking this question. As a youngster or anybody, I would say, why only youngster? Because being an entrepreneur, you do not have a gender, you do not have an age. Okay, so to express yourself, your actions have to be speaking for you. The forums like these help us to talk, but it is more through your actions that you will be visible in the public domain. Your work should speak for you, and your customers should go and talk about you. Okay, your clientele, I would say, is your biggest is going to market your brand. So investing in a good relationship with your consumer, with your client, listening to them patiently, understanding their point of view, and where they are coming from, what has hurt them or what your brand has not delivered to them. So it is through your actions and taking immediate action towards a particular protocol that has been set. So when you are at the job, you hire people who will do that for you. But I would say be available to once in a while to your clients, hold meetings for them, talk to them whether your team is able to deliver a particular thing that has been promised or not, and trust your clients that they are going to be your biggest marketers. Okay, apart from all that, the social media and the agencies, your client and word to word publicity, I feel, is one of the best and one of the longest lasting impression of you and your brand in the market. So whenever you want to express yourself, your work and your clients, you should speak less, and it is your work and your clients that should speak for you. So I think that is what I would suggest to youngsters, that let your work do the talking.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your valuable mantra, which will definitely help them to overcome fear of expressing ideas and thoughts. Now, who? Yes, Shravani, please ask.
So my question is to, thank you, Riddhi. So my question is to Millie ma'am. With the presentability becoming one of the significant requirements to become successful, how important is the role of beauty care, awareness, and treatment? In this regard, what is your suggestion to young girls?
Riddhi, I think Millie is not online.
Okay, so who is next? Yes, Pratiksha, please ask. Pratiksha?
Yeah, Millie is online. Yeah. Millie, you could get the question. Yeah, please unmute, Millie. Please unmute.
Yeah, sorry, my laptop has some problems. So I got the question. With today's time, yes, I agree that presentability is a very big criteria to meet your requirements. But also, I believe that with changing needs in today's time, with changing appearances in today's time, presentability is not just about how you look, but also how you present yourself, what your personality is, the way you carry yourself with your oration skills, with your ideas, opinions, the things that you believe in, that together comprises of what your presentability is. So even with respect to beauty care, as I mentioned before, we are trying to encourage the same norm, saying that, presentability is something that should help to build your confidence in order to make sure that you're carrying yourself properly. It can be well dressed, it can be well spoken, it can be well behaved, well mannered, whatever you want to name it as. But even with respect to beauty, not just me, but with today's changing times, I think every single company which is out there today is only and only trying to build this notion that when you're carrying yourself, you carry yourself with confidence, and you use your skincare products to make sure that you achieve that confidence and break those gender stereotypes that comes with beauty care when it comes to your own presentability.
Thank you, ma'am, for guiding and making the youth aware about the beauty care and importance of presentability. Of course, the first impression is the last impression. Thank you, ma'am. Now next. Yes, Pratiksha asked.
My question, thank you, Riddhi. My question is for Ankita, ma'am. So the question is, we have heard that to pursue and be successful in branding and other mass media career, the person should have specific personality traits. Do you agree? And what is your opinion?
Thank you for the question. Certain personality traits, as in you don't need, what you need is integrity, confidence, and determination to pursue your career in this said field or be any field. You don't need a particular personality trait to be successful in a branding side, or maybe advertising side, or maybe a journalism side. All you need is just pure integrity, determination, and confidence. That's what I feel. Yep.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Welcome.
sharing your valuable words, which will
Welcome.
definitely help this youth in developing their personality.
Thank you.
So next. Yes, Janvi, please ask.
My question is for Rasika ma'am. More and more youngsters are using shortcut to achieve an educational degree. The quality of a hardworking and discipline are become low. What is your advice to the youngsters?
You're going to take a shortcut, surely you're not going to be skilled because you have not gone through the process of learning. So if you want to achieve your goals, you study because you want to achieve your goals, right? So if you want to achieve your goals, you need to go through the every process of learning, because without educating yourself, you wouldn't be able to do anything because you're going to lack skills ultimately. So I don't think that students should take a shortcut, rather learn. Okay. And learning with confidence is very important. Usually what happens is students feel things are very difficult for them. It's not difficult. It's beautiful to learn new things, So whenever you learn, you need to learn with passion. Okay. And this is surely going to help you in future because you are going to apply that knowledge. So if you have to, work somewhere and stand out very differently. So you need to learn well so that you are able to apply that knowledge wherever you go.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for advising the youngster about the discipline and hard work. Now who? Yes, Sakshi, please ask.
I have question for Divya ma'am. My question is, you are into business which is currently very high on competition. Please make your young audience know the secret to be sustainably successful in an extensively competitive career.
Thank you so much for your question. Honestly, I think that your competition is yourself. Definitely, there are more competitors in the market, but my product is so unique. I feel it is really hatke. It is out of the box. It's because of the lost recipes that come from synth. because my mother and my maternal family who's still in Sindh in Pakistan, I also visit them now. So all the recipes come from there. Even Sindhis are not aware of a few recipes that are so lost. So when the recipe is different, it is our USP. Then the packaging is different. That is also very unique and rare. So I don't see, touchwood, any competition as yet, or any any other pickle brand that comes to my, or even close to my competition, because whatever I have surveyed, there are a lot of homemade pickles and other products that are in the market which are also very good and niche, but they have their own culture, they have their own category. So but there always comes competition in every field, and you have to face it, but in not looking at others and just going and doing your thing with determination, you will definitely reach your goal and be successful without looking around at definitely you need to have awareness of who is with you in the market and who are your competition. But if you just focus on yourself, your growth, and how you can make it big, then there's no other competition. You are your own competition, I feel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your amazing secret with us. It will definitely help them to take a step towards success. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing amazing secret with the audience. It will definitely help them to take a next step towards success. It was an amazing and remarkable session with a wave of different successful stories to inspire the youth, especially the girls. Now I would like to invite our respected principal, Dr. Sangeeta Kohli ma'am, for concluding the WOW series of Women Week.
Oh, I'm awestruck today listening to these young, I wouldn't even call them women, they're young girls, and what kind of journey they have gone through and the challenges which they face. मुझे सबसे अच्छा ये लगा कि हर एक ने, एक तो हर एक स्पीकर अलग अलग फील्ड से है, तो हर एक का जो एक्सपीरियंस था वो डिफरेंट था, बिकॉज every job profile, every business has its own challenges, has its own requirements. तो हर एक स्पीकर ने अपना जो शेयर किया वो एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस था. लेकिन सबसे बढ़िया बात इसमें ये थी कि आप अगर पांचों स्पीकर्स का एक साथ मिलाते हैं तो तुमको समझ में आएगा. मेरे जो यंग स्टूडेंट्स बैठे हैं और देख रहे हैं उनके लिए बहुत बढ़िया एक 6-7 क्वालिटीज ये सभी स्पीकर्स ने अक्रॉस द लाइन बार बार रिपीट की. और ये अगर आप आज इसको एक लेसन समझ के साथ में लेकर जाते हैं तो आपके लिए 100% सक्सेस मिलेगा ही, एंड देयर विल बी नो डाउट. एंड दीज क्वालिटीज लाइक ईच वन ऑफ देम सेड कि हार्ड वर्क बहुत जरूरी है, डिटर्मिनेशन जरूरी है, डिसिप्लिन जरूरी है, शॉर्टकट्स नहीं है, चैलेंजेस आएंगे ही और आपने हार नहीं माननी है. सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, हर एक ने बोला सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत जरूरी है. सो ये जो बेसिक इन लेडीज ने आज बताई हैं क्वालिटीज, ये सच में इनकी पर्सनालिटी में शो कर रही हैं. व्हेन यू आर लिसनिंग टू देम एंड व्हेन यू आर लुकिंग एट देम आल्सो व्हाइल दे आर टॉकिंग, यू विल सी कि इनमें बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस है, इनमें एक जिद है कि हमको ये करके आगे बढ़ना ही है. और उन्होंने बताया कि कितनी डिफिकल्टीज फेस करके भी उन्होंने हार नहीं मानी और आगे के प्लान्स भी अपने शेयर किए. एंड दे टोल्ड यू कि प्लान करो, डिटर्मिन्ड रहो, डिसिप्लिन से काम करो, हार्ड वर्क जरूरी है, रिस्क तो आएगा ही. और सो द बेस्ट पार्ट अबाउट ऑल दिस वाज दैट लुकिंग एट दीज young women, they are with their capes on and they are still ready that आने दो जो आएगा, और हम तैयार हैं और हम आगे बढ़ेंगे ही और हमको आगे बढ़ना ही है. So with this spirit, I really give a salute to these ladies and thank them for being with us today. They are marvelous inspiration, not only to these girls, but to me also. I feel so happy to listening to them, and I feel that this belief in themselves have brought them here. And I hope कि जो आज सभी लड़कियां और सभी जो सुन रहे हैं वो ये मानेंगे और पहले भी मानते होंगे कि एक सेल्फ बिलीफ के साथ आगे बढ़ने से और जिद के साथ आगे बढ़ने से हर एक चीज मुमकिन है. So a big thank you to all of you for these young, busy, strong and successful women taking time out for the interest of the society today, for these young girls who are also aspiring to be like them one day. Thank you for being there and sharing your views and helping these girls to know better.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to invite our respected principal, Vice Principal, Dr. C.A. Vishwanathan Iyer, sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Vidhi. Yeah, I definitely feel through that this was an amazing day. Listening to all wonderful stories was really very inspiring. I take this opportunity to thank our Vedanta Foundation, who always gives us unconditional support for conduct of activities in the way of promotion of women, encouraging them and doing something different. I thank our principal, Dr. Sangeeta Kohli ma'am, who always is a leader in true sense. And leading from the front, she always supports the entire staff for making things which are actually helping the students grow. I take this opportunity to thank all the bold and beautiful ladies who joined us as panelists, because they have contributed not only their time, but the rich experiences that they had, they shared with the students, and I'm sure everyone must be benefited by that. To name them, I would thank Dr. Aparna Salvi Nagda, Ms. Millie Rathod, Mrs. Rasika Panicker, Mrs. Ankita Desai, and Divya Lohana ma'am for contributing to the success of this event. From their talks, I'm very sure that we already know that the health, the beauty products, the brand management, education, and food industry is already conquered. Congratulations, all of them. And your journey is really, really inspiring. To move ahead, I would like to thank all the teachers, admin staff, and the non-teaching staff of Vedanta College who have been working behind the curtains to make this event successful. It's impossible to name everyone, but yeah, a few people who went out of the way and made this event successful. Miss Riddhi Aswani, the convener of Women Development Cell of the college, Miss Drishti Davra ma'am, Sakshi ma'am, and Mr. Gangesh Dubey, who was working throughout behind the curtains. I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Chandu Matre for arranging the physical things at the college, and Mr. Rupesh Kalan for the technical support. Last but not the least, I would rather appreciate the young girls. To start with the anchor of the event, Ms. Vidhi Talekar, you have done an awesome job. Also, the girls who introduced our panelists, Ms. Deepa, Ms. Pratiksha, Ms. Shravani, Ms. Sindhuja, everyone, you did a fabulous job. I congratulate all, even the girls who added value to the event by some beautiful questions. I thank you for being a wonderful participant. And not only Vedanta Vithalwadi, but we had audiences, we had students who had joined from Ringas as well as Kolkata Vedanta as a part of this wonderful event. Out and out, I take this opportunity to thank everyone who participated wholeheartedly and made this event a successful one. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you so much, everyone.